Two people can get injured in what looks to be the same or a very similar accident. And while one person may get a good recovery, the other person's case may be denied, discounted, or delayed. The difference between the two cases usually isn't luck. It's the law firm that you choose and the proof that you bring to the case. Hi, I'm Curtis Badger. I'm the founder of Badger Law Group here in Georgia. In my practice over the years, my goal has been to help clients navigate through the morass and red tape of dealing with insurance companies and making sure they have the proof they need to bring their case and get the recovery they deserve. It's important to know that small decisions early on can dramatically impact the outcome of your case. I'm going to show you a few of those things that you can do to protect yourself after an accident to help yourself get the proof that you need to prove up your case. In an injury case, fault and liability matter a lot. And unfortunately, sometimes you get insurance companies that are unscrupulous and will try and blame you for the accident when it's not your fault. Other times you may have an officer who responds to the scene and gets the facts of the case wrong. Maybe he's too busy, maybe he misunderstood, or maybe you've been sent to the hospital before you've had a chance to speak to the officer. Fault and liability can change the outcome of the case dramatically. In Georgia, the law states that if you're found 50% or more at fault, you can't recover anything. It's important when speaking to the officer after an accident to clearly state what happened in the accident if you're able. If you have a dash camera video, even better. Any proof that you have that you can give to the responding officer will help in your liability and his liability determination. Also, taking as many photographs and videos as you can while you're on the scene will help. Another thing that can hurt proving the case is a weak medical timeline. If you're injured in an accident, it's important to seek the treatment that you need. Number one, for your own personal well-being, and number two, for the strength of the case. If you get hurt in an accident in Georgia and you don't seek treatment, we can't just allege to the insurance company that you were hurt. You have to prove that through seeking medical treatment. Obviously, seeking medical treatment will help you get well, which is the number one most important thing after an accident. Here's something people may not realize. Injuries may not show up immediately, especially right after a crash. You could be feeling adrenaline, nervousness, and a whole bunch of other emotions all rolled up into one. Then sometime after you get home, maybe even the next day, you start to feel aches and pains and think, where did this come from? It's always important to go get checked out if you think you are or might have been injured in an accident. You never know what insidious injuries could be lying dormant or could have been aggravated by an accident. Plus, if you don't seek the treatment immediately or as soon as possible, when it comes time to negotiate for your case, the first question the adjuster or the opposing counsel is going to ask is, if they were really hurt, why didn't they immediately go get help? Another important element of proof is establishing crash documentation. And the easiest way to do that is to call the police after an incident. The Georgia Department of Driver Services says that you should report any crash with over $500 worth of property damage. But sometimes that can be hard to assess in real time. Best practice, if you get hit, call the police. The reasons for this is because the cop will come there as an impartial observer and help establish who was at fault, the facts of what happened, and it eliminates any he said, she said problem down the road. Too often we've seen people get hit by another driver and the driver says, I promise you I'll send you my insurance information, or I admit I'm at fault, I just have to run. And then they never hear from that person again. Or worse, end up blaming you. So it's important to call the police so that you have an impartial observer there to help document what actually happened. Another factor that can really help you prove up your case is video and photographic evidence. A lot of people have phones with cameras built in these days, and many people remember to take pictures. The problem is many people's pictures tend to be just up close pictures of, maybe a bumper or damages close up on the car itself. What's more important is to take wider, farther away shots to show the accident in context. Show both cars, not just your car. Show the car that hit you. Show where you are on the road signs, weather conditions, and even potentially record witness names and numbers if they're available. Also remember to take a picture of and record any insurance information that you're given. Here's a little known fact that many Georgians don't know. The Georgia state law minimum for auto insurance is $25,000. That means that if somebody gets into an accident, the minimum amount they have to carry is $25,000. So if you get catastrophically injured in an incident and the person that hit you is only carrying $25,000, the insurance company will only pay you $25,000. That's why it's imperative to protect yourself with something called UM insurance. UM stands for underinsured motorist coverage. Your own insurance will provide this. It's an additional add-on that you should reach out to your insurance company to find out about. But UM insurance is a protection for when you get hit by somebody that doesn't carry enough insurance so that you can then go to your own insurance and protect yourself yourself with additional coverage. If you get into a low speed incident or a fender bender and you think you might be injured, it's still important to go get yourself checked out and get the treatment that you need. It's a myth to think that just because it was a fender bender or a small speed accident that therefore you couldn't be hurt or that it's not worth pursuing. If you're injured in any kind of accident, it is absolutely worth pursuing. If you have an underlying condition or had previous pain in your neck or back or anywhere else that can become aggravated even by a low speed incident, then that would absolutely lend itself to a recovery. And you should always get checked out in any case if you think you have an injury. Although every case is different, the cases that typically tend to do the best or win are the cases that have clear liability and documentation of that liability, meaning calling the police, getting an official police report, admissions of fault, having clear photos and videos of the incident that have good, robust insurance coverage, whether it's the at fault or whether it's through your own underinsured motorist protection. And those that have a strong medical timeline, meaning that you get hurt, you go seek treatment, and you seek treatment continually until you're back to 100% or as close to 100% as you can get. Those are the typical cases that tend to do the best and tend to get the best recoveries. If you've been injured in an accident and you're not sure what your next steps should be, make sure to give us a call. You can go to accidentprofessionals.com or check out Badger Law Group. We're always happy to help answer any questions, free consultations, and we can walk you through any sticky or thorny accident situation that you may be in. It's important to note that each case is different and the results of each case may vary and have different outcomes. This video was intended just to be educational and not as specific legal advice.